What if one small money rule could completely change the way you think about spending? Not $5,000, not a six-figure salary, just $50. Because the real problem isn't always how much money you make. It's what you do with small amounts of money when nobody's watching. Imagine getting paid on Friday. You have an extra $50. You could spend it on food delivery, a random online purchase, another subscription, or you could make a different decision. You could send that $50 toward your future. And here's where things get interesting. Most people don't lose their financial progress through one massive purchase. They lose it through hundreds of tiny decisions that feel too small to matter. $8 here, $15 there, $30 on something they forgot about. $50 because it's only $50. But repeat that decision often enough, and only $50 becomes real money. That's why the $50 rule is powerful. Before spending an unnecessary $50, stop for a moment. Ask one question. Would I rather have this $50 today or have the opportunity to turn it into something bigger later? You don't have to eliminate every enjoyable purchase. That's not the point. The point is to make the decision consciously, because your brain has a trick. It makes small purchases feel invisible. A $6 purchase doesn't feel serious. Neither does $12. Neither does $25. But dozens of small decisions eventually create a spending pattern. And spending patterns become lifestyles. That's where the real danger begins. Your income increases. Your spending increases. Then your income increases again, and your lifestyle follows it. You look at your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? The answer is usually not one giant purchase. It's the accumulation of tiny choices. Now imagine doing the opposite. Every time you avoid an unnecessary $50 purchase, you move that money toward your financial goals. Savings, investments, debt reduction, an emergency fund, whatever fits your plan. Now the $50 becomes visible. You can actually see it working toward something, and that changes your psychology. Instead of thinking, I can't afford this, you start thinking, is this worth giving up progress for? That's a completely different question. And here's the surprising part. The biggest benefit isn't necessarily the $50 itself, it's the habit. Because once you learn to question $50, you start questioning $100, then $200, then larger financial decisions. You become more aware. And awareness is where better money decisions begin. Think about two people receiving the same income. Person A spends small amounts without thinking. Person B pauses before unnecessary purchases and redirects some of that money toward long-term goals. Neither person needs to become perfect. But after years of repeating different behaviors, their financial situations can look dramatically different. Same world, same opportunities, different habits. That's why wealthy behavior often looks boring. It's not always about finding some magical investment. Sometimes it's simply refusing to waste money repeatedly. A new phone might feel exciting for a few weeks. A growing investment account might not feel exciting at all. But one gives you temporary satisfaction. The other can give you future choices. And that's the real definition of wealth. Choices. The ability to handle an unexpected expense without panic. The ability to change jobs without immediately worrying about the next paycheck. The ability to spend money because you genuinely want something instead of spending because everyone else has it. So try this the next time you're about to make an unnecessary $50 purchase. Don't automatically say yes. Don't automatically say no. Just pause. Ask, which version of me benefits more from this decision? The version of you today or the version of you 5 years from now? That 5-second pause can be more valuable than it looks, because wealth isn't usually built through one dramatic decision. It's built through ordinary decisions, repeated for years. And sometimes it starts with something as simple as $50.